Hi, I'm Sonnet with Sonnet's Garden Blooms. I want to welcome you all to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But today's video is going to be about upcycling. I found a bunch of items out on the curb and I took them, gave them a little bit of love and just a little bit of imagination, and then I flipped them. So I'm going to show you the befores and then the afters, and take you along what I did to each item. So I hope you enjoy it. To show you what I'm doing with these chairs. So I found these, they're totally sturdy, like super heavy duty hardwood. They also came from, there's like actually a stamp on the back, and I think they came from a brewery, it says. So I think it's kind of cool. I'm using Rust-Oleum's chalk paint Coastal Blue. So I was inspired by Earth Day and I thought, you know what, this will help me get everything going for, I am doing a home market, and that will be the weekend of May 15th. Plus I'm also prepping for the Antique Acres barn sale. So I'm prepping for both of those, and I thought this will just help me get going. If I set up little displays and come up with an idea for the displays, and then try to complete as many of these display pieces, or these pieces for each of these displays, over a period of time, like as quick as possible. So my goal is to get these pieces all painted up and some other just like fun pieces to go along with it. So sew up the pillows, make some signs that match, and then have it a whole everything displayed for you guys for Monday, for the release of my YouTube video. So I'm excited. I only have about 3 weeks to get as many items that I've been picking painted and ready for my own sale, and then another whole week to get ready for Wendy's sale. So Wendy's Antique Acres. Okay guys, I have gotten as far as cutting the fabric out. I found this fabric at the fabric store. Absolutely loved it. The chairs are going to be the same type of blue, and then I'm gonna, once I get that second coat on, I'm gonna shabby them, clear coat them, and then these pillows will go right on those. So I cut the fronts out, and then I did cut a back piece of a plain backing. That same fabric, I cut a little tiny piece, and that piece will go, once I'm gonna take the pieces, I'm gonna press them all, and then I am going to stamp a really fun saying on the front, and then I'm going to sew that directly on that front piece, and then sew the pillows together, and that will be ready to go. Okay, so I just wanted to pop in real quick, let you know that my next project that I'm going to be doing is the dresser. So you can see it over here. The one thing that was wrong with the dresser and why they got rid of it was the top was off. It literally was just sitting there. So I took it completely off and I put glue on each of the corners, and then the nails were there still. So I just hammered the top back on. I'm going to let that dry. The next thing I'm going to do is pull out all the drawers, take off the handles. And then I'm going to paint the base, I'm going to sand the top, and I am going to do a dark finish on that. Of how far I am. So I have the second coat of the stain on top of the dresser. I also have the second coat on the drawers, and now I'm going to put the second coat on the base. I'm holding off on this little piece until the very end. Once this is dry, I am going to clear coat it. Once I have the clear coat on, then I'm going to put a piece of tape down and then do the 2 coats of paint here. I am going to distress the entire piece and then clear coat the entire piece as well. So that's gonna be done today. The other thing that I did is I have that little tiny footstool, and I took off the feet, and then just like the chairs, I painted it the coastal blue. If you can see, I distressed it and I clear coated those. I also cut a piece of, God, I hope I didn't ran into this, guys. I also cut a piece of fabric for that little tiny footstool, and I am going to take the same coastal blue and make just a couple stripes down the piece of fabric and then recover it. So I'll show you that. All right, everyone. Like I said in the last clip, I painted each of the feet with the coastal blue from Rust-Oleum. Then I sanded them, clear coated them, so those are set. I do want to put a stripe on here, so I cut the piece of fabric, I pressed it, and now I'm going to do like a dry brush technique where I just dip it in and then stencil it. But I don't want it to go through the tape that I have down. And I used, for the tape, I did use a ruler, a clear ruler that I have, and I just measured it along the way to ensure that I got that same distance. So it's in the center. I found the center, and then I did it that way. So I'm using a stencil brush. And I'm just gonna go along and do that. All right, we're going to remove the tape. Okay, I'm going to just show you the nice crisp line that I got. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tiny little stripe next to each one. So I won't show you that on camera, but I just want to let you know that once we're going to let it dry really good, And then I am going to do the recovering. So I'll show you that next. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to recover this. So in the first video, I showed you how I stamped that, or I stenciled it on basically with tape. So that is the pattern that we're going to use. And what we're going to do is we're just going to find the center and lay it on out. And we're going to try to get it as straight as possible. And so it's going to look like that. What we're going to do is we're going to first staple the edges so we can try to make it, because we're working with lines, we don't want to pull too much that it distorts the actual lines themselves. So we're going to just staple along. And here's my hand stapler. Okay, so we got it nice and straight. I think it's pretty straight. Looks good to me. Okay, I'm gonna finish stapling then here. Okay, and then we're gonna bring this side. Actually, it looks like I made it a little bit too long. So I'm going to just cut off a little bit. Hopefully I don't cut off too much. Alright, so we have it like that so far. Now we're going to do the corners. And for the corners, I like to just tuck it on both sides. And I just kind of like to, looks like this one was just tucked. And then but I gotta take into consideration, you guys, where I'm gonna put the here, I'm gonna pull these back out. Because that's where the foot goes. So let me, I just want to cut around the foot. And then the foot fits right in here. Perfect. you go. Now you have it. A recovered little footstool with the little blue feet. And it looks brand new compared to how it did. So there you go. All right, here's a quick update. I have the entire dresser painted. The drawers are painted, sanded, and then I'm going to show you. I actually, it's kind of hard because the lighting's not the best, but the stain that I put on top, I actually put on the handles as well. So it all kind of ties in. But the drawers are painted, sanded, and or like completely distressed and clear coated. The top is paint or stained and clear coated. I just have to distress the rest of the piece itself and then clear coat it, and it will be ready for tomorrow. So what'd you think? I hope you enjoyed that. The transformation was incredible. Honestly, I know that a lot of people would have just drove by those items on the curb and never looked twice. Me, I always am like, what can I do with that piece of furniture? Or what can I do to change it to make it sellable in my booth? Or keep for myself. I always get first dibs, and believe me, it's hard for me to let some of these things go. But anyways, if these are the types of videos you like, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the notification so you are notified when I upload my videos every Monday. I'm really holding myself to this. Plus, this is going to be great. Leading up to, I have 2 events coming up. The first is at Wendy's, or actually the first is at my house. May 15th, that weekend, I'm holding a pop-up home market. So I'm going to pop up all the items that I have upcycled, plus all the items that I actually make. I'm going to have some really cool displays, so I'm really excited about it. And it's going to help me prep for Wendy's barn sale, which is the following weekend. So I'm really excited about that too. If you haven't seen or heard of the barn sale, I'm going to put the link on here to the Facebook link of the event. Definitely go out, take a look at it, and mark it on your calendars. It's amazing. So I hope to see you guys all again on the next video. I am going to be doing a lot of these upcycling pieces, plus just bringing you along for the journey of the home market and Wendy's barn sale. So look for those upcoming videos, and we'll see you next week.